Let's bring in former FBI Special Agent Nicole Parker. Nicole, it's great to have you on. I mean, it's fascinating to me because I want to show this video. We just got still images of the cartel member allegedly with the rifle kind of coming across the Rio Grande and then taking the migrants across, and then he just heads back to Mexico. No consequences, no interference. What do you make of that?
This is extremely dangerous for our country. I'm a native Texan, and when I see these things happen, it's very alarming. Our border is completely open right now, and for someone to come across the border and bring those with them with a rifle, I mean, how dangerous is this? We've got to get control of this. And, you know, Governor Abbott's being left to pick up the pieces, but it is extremely dangerous. And with my service at the FBI, I was working on human trafficking cases. It is known that they are trafficking young children across that border as well. It is bad, and we need to get control of it. This administration has failed us horribly at that border.
Yeah, it's amazing. I want to go back now. We touched on this a little earlier. They had that reenactment at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. I know you were a part of the response team on that, Nicole. And, you know, I'm wondering if they achieved what they wanted to today, because we understand that they fired these shots in there and that at least some, maybe a lot of these gunshots could be heard from outside. And that was kind of the goal, right? To see if Scott Peterson, the deputy who did not respond, could have heard that. And maybe he was falsifying some of the information he was giving.
You know, it's hard to believe that he didn't hear it when there were, you know, radio transmissions during the event that, you know, said that he did hear what he thought were either firecrackers or gunshots. But his statement was that he didn't know where they were coming from, inside the building, outside, you know, inside the building, outside the building. But to retreat and to take cover for 48 minutes is totally inappropriate. In law enforcement, it is your job that you run towards the gunfire. It doesn't matter if you have a pistol and you're going up against a rifle. You have to save people's lives, especially at a school. And, you know, these congressmen came together today and they walked through the school, and hopefully there can be some bipartisan efforts in making schools safer.
Yeah, you think the parents were on board. Most of the parents of the victims were on board with this test because they really want to find the truth here.
Right, and they want solutions. They don't want this to happen in any other person's school. And, you know, seeing it firsthand and to hear that gunfire, that is indisputable.
Yeah, it really is. Lastly, another Gilgo Beach Jane Doe identified. NBC News says the following, quoting here: one of the victims in the Gilgo Beach murders, previously dubbed Jane Doe 7, has finally been identified 27 years after her partial remains were found. Officials announced Friday Karen Vergata, 34, was identified using DNA genetic genealogy. Can you connect this? Is it possible, you think, to Rex Heuermann, or the dates are just way off and you think there might be more killers out on Long Island?
You know, anything is possible. It's difficult to jump to conclusions. You don't want to jump to those conclusions, but it very well could be that other people were, you know, dumping bodies there as well. But this genealogical DNA has been so powerful in solving cold cases across law enforcement nationwide. The FBI has done an extraordinary job. This is what the FBI is good at. You know, use their labs and their forensics at Quantico. That's how this came about, is the power of the law enforcement agencies working together.
Yeah, and we should note that, you know, in 2010, 2011, they found 11 bodies, 11 human remains out there. Still, a lot of those things are, you know, unknown, undecided. Nicole Parker, great to have you on as always. Thank you.
Thank you.